Hello, I'm Jalen Danigan.
I'm Alexandria Lucky.
I'm Zanaria Prophet.
And this is CHS Media, your gateway to what's happening now.
Good morning, A plus 755 family. We are keeping it real on Tiger Hill today. Relationship, expectation, accountability, and leadership.
Today is March 24th, 2026. Each CHS student is challenged daily to make positive choices, to think analytically, to motivate self and others while preparing to be college and career ready with at least 12 dual credit hours.
The growth mindset word of the month is commitment. Commitment means deciding that something matters to you and sticking with it, even when it gets hard. It's not just saying, I want this. It's saying, I'm choosing this and I'm sticking with it.
The Ole Miss field trip has been rescheduled for April 7th. Departure from school will be at 7:30 a.m. in order to arrive on campus by 10:30 a.m. Lunch will be provided by Ole Miss. The Belhaven tour has been canceled. The next all-country trip is scheduled for March 30th. Departure from school will be at 7:45 a.m. to arrive by 10 a.m. All trips are $20, and permission slips are due to Coach Williams, Miss Love, or Coach Harris by Friday. The License Express will be on campus April 1st for any students interested in getting their license or permit.
Seniors, if you would like to apply for the 100 Black Men Scholarship, the deadline is April 17th, 2026 at 5 p.m. Further information can be gathered from your counselors or at the front desk. An ACT 20 and up club will be established based on your scores from the test. In order to qualify, you must have a 20 or higher as your super score.
The 22 Pearls of Canton Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority has a scholarship available. The essay is on the importance of a college education with a minimum of 250 words but no more than 350 words. You must also submit ACT or SAT scores, transcript with grades through December 2025, and a letter of recommendation from a community leader or a school official.
Sophomores and juniors, if you are interested in becoming a United Way ambassador, please contact Ms. Love. This week in sports, the softball and baseball team will compete against Callaway High School. The girls' flag football team will compete against Lanier High School at Millsap. Good luck to all teams. Let's view today's video. Florida State campus tour and prom safety video.
Welcome to my dorm.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Hi guys, I'm Riley. Today I wanted to do a little dorm tour because I move out in like 4 days. It's Sunday. I move out on Thursday, May 4th, 2023. And I'm getting slightly sad about it because I'm a sentimental kind of person. What can I say? So I want to document what my room looked like and give a little tour so I can go back and look in like 30 years when I forget. So hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so this is my room. I'm literally right by the staircase, which is nice. 4602, and here's my little stickers. Yeah, of course I got the book that's talking about ugly crying. Whatever. Anyways, alright, let's go in. Okay, so this is the door, and right once you walk in, you have the fridge, which is slightly inconvenient because it hits the fridge a lot, but that's why we got this little handy dandy thing right there. And then on top of it, I used to keep my air fryer and actually I don't know what else. I think just my air fryer and then this, but I got rid of my air fryer when my parents came to take some of my stuff. But anyways, that's what we've got going on there. And then you walk in, and I'm not really gonna show my roommate's side. I'm just mainly gonna focus on mine. So anyways, we have this fan, which I've turned off because it's loud and you wouldn't be able to hear anything upstairs. The nice little overview of my room. First, that's the door to the bathroom. And then we have the sink area, which this is my hat on that side. Basically, I just store some like kitchen supplies and some stuff in there, some like cleaning supplies. And then we have the trash can and the door to my closet, which honestly my closet's not, you know what, whatever, I'll show it to you. You have basically my shoe rack, which I emptied some of it to take home with my parents. Doesn't even look like it, but whatever. Then you have my clothes, which I had like this folding rack, which had a lot of clothes on it as well, but once again, I sent home with my parents. And then down there, just my laundry bin, and then these are just the bins that I'm going to use to pack up all my stuff, so that's why they're in there. And then my Swiffer. So anyways, that's it for my closet. These are just bags that I use. I use that bag for a lot, and this I just take to the gym. So moving on, right here we have my food cart, which I'm really not going to get into that because, well, it's just kind of messy, but there's just food and food supply type things, you know. And then we've got my window, which has this view It's honestly a really pretty view. I really like it. I'm very happy to have that. And then we've got my desk and my chair, which I have my book bag on. And then we have my beautiful coffee station, which I love so much. And then we've just got this, which is my little plant that I just got. And then this little one, and I had my aloe plant, but once again, sent that from my parents. And then we've got the actual bed. So right here is just my bookshelf, which I keep a ton of stuff on. Like that's like beauty care products, I guess you could say. I had all my books here. Once again, probably 50th time I've said this video. Sent a bunch of them home with my parents. And then I just keep like a bunch of storage. I just store different kinds of things. This has like a bunch of Ziploc bags, blah, blah, blah. You don't really care about all that stuff. And then my jewelry, of course. And then we have the actual bed. Okay, so we'll start with the wall. We have these little poster things that we set up. And I really honestly am so happy with the way it turned out. That's probably gonna be the most sad thing to take down. Not look forward to that. And then we have my bed with my little stuffed animals. I only started with this one, and then I was gifted 3 stuffed animals throughout the year. The third one literally fell behind the bed this morning, and I'm sorry I couldn't reach it, so. But just pretend it's there. Maybe I'll show it to you. But anyways, and then we have my main like storage bins, which I store a bunch of clothes. And well, honestly, kind of that's about it. It's clothes and then like a few like random drawers. And we just have my towel and then my volleyball and the other storage, which is literally all just clothes. Okay, this will show you that. Those little guys, yeah, they fell back there, which is kind of sad. And then also, I think you probably saw my rug, which kind of looks raggedy. That thing's going in the trash after this year. My little ottoman stool kind of thing. But that's about it for my dorm room. I'm definitely gonna miss this place, sort of. Okay, guys, that concludes my dorm tour. I hope you enjoyed. I've enjoyed filming it. Actually, it really took me like 5 minutes, but I've had a good time living in this dorm, and I definitely will miss it. The location is great. Like I'm literally like in the center of campus, it feels like. So that's been really nice, like all year long. Also being so close to 1851. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna miss it, but on to better things, I guess. Yeah, on to better. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.
A high school security guard is sharing his own story of heartbreak with the hopes of keeping students safe as they now celebrate prom and even graduation this year. David Pruitt was just 29 years old when his wife and 5-year-old son were killed by a drunk driver. Today was his first time talking about it to the student during a crash reenactment at Bloomington South High School.
I drove up on the crash. My wife was still pinned in the car. I gave her a kiss on the forehead, told her that I loved her, and walked away from her forever.
Truly a heartbreaking story. Pruitt says that 6 teenagers lose their lives every single day to a drunk driver.
All right, it's time. Birthday time. Put your hands together for birthday time.
Happy birthday to Amaria and Lyons. Happy birthday again to you all. Now we will have our final words from Principal Johnson.
Good morning, Kenton High School. Just a few announcements as we go ahead and begin our day. Students, by now you guys should know what you did make on your last benchmark test. If not, then have a conversation with your teachers because you need to know. You need to also make sure that you're using your data cards as well. So to my tested teachers, please make sure they're logging in information on their data card and able to track, because if they regress, then that's a huge issue. And that leads me to the next part of my conversation. Beginning this Monday, we will be having small groups. So students, if the teacher calls for you to report to the room during that time, it's from 8 until 8:30. Please make sure that you do report, okay? That's only to help you, not to hurt you. Upward Bound tutorials, that will begin on Tuesday. We will make sure we get that information out to you. To my seniors, please make sure that you guys are checking your email. Mrs. Banks has sent out a couple of emails to you. One, you all need to vote on your polo shirts. So please make sure that you guys are checking your emails, and make sure also that you are voting on your polo shirts. To my senior teachers, I need your help as well. Please help encourage your students. We have to understand, these are our seniors. These are our students that's about to leave here and go out into the world. We need to do our part to make sure that they are fully prepared. If we don't do our part to make sure that they are fully prepared, we have caused them a huge disservice, and I won't stand for it. So please make sure they have done that financial aid. I received a memo yesterday. It was only 22% of them out of a whole 100% of the students that have. All right, so please make sure, seniors, that you have completed volunteer hours. We're posting information about that. Make sure you have completed your financial aid application. That money leaves fast. If you're planning to go to a college or university, it is not cheap at all. Have that money, get that money. We will have Get to College here in April. We will have flyers posted for that, but I know your parents will have to come as well to help with this. So if you're planning to go to college, get it in, students. I'm telling you like I know it. College is expensive and I can't afford it. So with that being said, please make sure you're doing your part. Prom is coming up next week as well. Students, just a few reminders with that. No outside guests. If you get suspended, don't show up. Seniors, you guys have this group chat going on. It should be closed out by now, so you make sure it is closed. Juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, also make sure that you do not have a group chat either. And if you do, and we find out about it, we are coming to make sure that we have a conversation with you. All right, schedules. So right now, our counselors are working tirelessly on those schedules. These are the schedules for the 26-27 school year. They're meeting with you guys. We're starting with the junior class going into being a senior. If you're absent, you miss your opportunity to get your schedule completed. So you need to have your sales here each and every day. And no, if you're absent and you try to come back and look for them, they're going to keep going to the next person. You'll be put on the back end because they have to keep going. So with that being said, once they're done with the juniors, then we're going to go backwards to the sophomores and so on and so forth. So make sure you're here every day so you can get your schedules completed. We plan to have those schedules out to you before we get out of school. So make sure again that you are present. Senior meeting. There will be a senior meeting next Monday. Well, as you're looking at me now, it'll be Monday. So senior meeting will be on the 23rd. Yeah, senior meeting will be on the 23rd. So at 9 a.m. So seniors, again, you need to make sure that you are here. We will be passing out the t-shirts to our juniors for prom. That will be this week as well. So we'll let you know the exact day. Our ninth graders, you guys will be participating in an opportunity to go to the Career Center. This would be on the 24th and 25th. No, I'm sorry, 25th and 26th. I apologize. I'm trying to read my notes. So this will be on the 25th and 26th, but you will have your exact day of when that would be. CTE representatives will be here this morning to speak with ninth and 10th graders, just to kind of give you all an um, overview of the Career Center, because we want to do our best to make sure if you are wanting to go in one of those CTE areas, if that's something that you know that you want to do, then we want to make sure that you are there. We don't want to just place you in a class, just say, hey, you're sitting in a class. No, we want to make sure if you're interested in robotics, then we want to make sure that you're there. If you're interested in working on cars or working on houses and things, we want to make sure that you are there so then you can get that certification. So those are the things that we're trying to do a much better job with here at Canton High School. All right, so that's about it for my announcements. I know I said a lot, and I typically, usually I say a lot anyway, but that's okay. You need to listen and understand. So with that being said, we are, as always, keeping it real on Tiger Hill 755. Have a great one.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson.
Report cards can be picked up by your parents on Wednesday between 10 and 2 and 4 and 6. Pickup locations will be in the library.
Here are a few extra announcements from the student body, along with a few highlights from the softball game, and congratulations to the track team for winning second place in their previous meet at Richland High School.
Any and all information could be found here from the announcements on the Student Support Board. Are you interested in being a CHS cheerleader? Tryouts are March 3rd through April 1st. You shall receive your packet yesterday. If not, please see Ms. Brown. Be sure to have your physical on the day of. See you there. Wait, are you interested in being a Princeton Tigerette? Princeton Tigerette auditions are April 24th, 2026. Doors open at 5 and auditions start at 6. Can't wait to see you there.
Are you smarter than the fifth graders? Let's take a moment to see how our peers did.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Yes.
How many minutes are in half an hour?
30. How many minutes are in half an hour?
Yeah.
A whole hour is 60, so half is 30. That's 30, right? Yeah, 30 minutes. That's 30.
You sure?
Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Yes.
How many minutes are in half an hour?
30.
Are you sure?
Ask the question again.
How many minutes are in half an hour?
30.
You sure?
Yes.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Yes.
How many minutes are in half an hour?
30.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Yes.
How many minutes are in half an hour?
30 minutes.
30, you sure?
I think so.
Okay.
It's prom week!
Chill on us.
Prom t-shirts will be distributed during homeroom. All junior shirts can be picked up in Miss Ladell's room, and all senior shirts will be located in the library. Prom presentations will take place Friday at 8:45, followed by breakfast and a departure at 10 a.m.
Those were your announcements. And as always, we are
Keeping it real on Tiger Hill 755. Have a great one.